Hello YouTube, I'm Snowshoe. Thank you for visiting my channel. Today we are going to do our very first video. It's very exciting. It's going to be Supermarket Simulator, as you can see on screen. However, this game's been out for a little while, and instead of just starting off brand new, we're going to start with a game that I've already been working on. And this is just going to be a little introductory video. Make sure that all of my recording levels are good and that everything uploads to YouTube correctly. So it'll be a little bit of an experiment, but let me show you around my store. So, welcome to GTFO Bodega. I have my 4 restockers. And as you come in, I do have 3 cashiers and 3 self-checkouts. Let me throw on the lights and turn on the ambient music for the store. Put that down a little bit. Okay. So I did relocate the original entrance location over. I like the cashiers to be out in front, and I don't like the checkouts being where the restock room is. So as I expand, I'll continue to move this over. So right now we have some empty area here. This is going to be for our next license, which is the books. There are 6 of them, so we'll do 4 here, and then we'll probably do a half shelf right here next to this self-checkout, just like when you're at a regular store. And you know, there's the magazine racks right before you check out with a little bit of candy, which is over there. But as we go around the store, this is my bulk section. Just the larger items that they just go out too fast if you have them on regular shelves, like in the regular area. And it stops here at about the milk. Then we move into our sugars and our cereals. Here we have our bread and spread along with our condiments. And we move over. We have our coffee, our tea, salt and pepper, our 3 flour options, and our rice options along with the mashed potatoes. You know, keep the starches together, I guess. Over here, we have our candy section. I wanted it close to the checkouts. We have the chips, and then the oil is here for right now because, honestly, I wanted to put it by the pasta, but I maxed out my pasta shelves and didn't really have another place to put it because the last license I got were these cleaning products. Just like with this bulk little Snuggle lookalike, I want to eventually move that into the bulk area, but that's going to have to wait until an expansion. And then more of the non-food items, cleaners, soaps, dishwasher shampoos, and bleach. Then we have our refrigerated section. A little single refrigerator that I bought accidentally early on in the game, so right now that just holds my crab sticks. Frozen food section. You know, pretty much everything is well stocked. We have our water and milk along with our sodas and juices. And over here we have the other side of the refrigerated section, which is basically like the dairy aisle. And then our beer is here because this is our liquor section, or our alcohol section. So that's the basic layout of the store. I have the speakers around, play the ambient music, so hopefully it's not too terribly loud, but I really needed something to drown out the bird chirping that goes on in this game, which is a little loud, and it continues all throughout the day, even at night, which is a little crazy, but hey, it's an early access game, and I think the developer has done very well. They do have plans to do some changes, which I think will be great for quality of life, like to be able to move products without having boxes. Um, One of the things that they did add later on were the self-checkouts and the ability to sell items, like your furniture. So if you buy something and you want to sell it, you can, but you do sell it for 50% of the cost, which is it's fine because if you accidentally buy something, yeah, you take the hit, but for the most part, you're just doing it later on if you had to buy some small stuff and you want to expand to something larger. So then we have our storage area. Everything is stocked right now, and I can show you at the end of this day how I go through it. But just to give you a general layout, let's go to the computer. If you haven't seen it before, you have your market, and all your product is laid out. And it comes in this menu as you buy your licenses. And instead of trying to group stuff in, what I am calling the back room, not the back rooms, but just my back room. Like I didn't want to keep things that are out in the store together as they are here, so I've just done it that if it's the first row in the line, it's these first 3 items, and then the next 3, and the next down to 15, and then here's the next 15, and the next, and the next. And so that way when I'm ordering, it's very easy for me. I'm sure that there are numerous ways to do this, but in my mind, this makes the most sense. So for instance, I know that if I need some more susu, or the powdered sugar, that I just need to go to the second row, and it's the 3rd item, and I can order some more. Currently, the way that I'm running my store is I wait until there's an empty spot on the shelf, and then I just order 2 of whatever item it is. But that bulk section that I showed you earlier is all of this area. So, like the toilet paper takes up a lot of space. Those have their own things. Potatoes, the kegs in the alcohol section take up their own space. The frozen chickens, potatoes, bleach, laundry. They all have their own spot on the shelf so that I know that if that's empty, that I can go from here, and then if there's something here, move it over to the shelf. And that way I know when I'm ordering how I'm doing it. So leftover paint, just did this, I think it's number like 18 or 17. Number 17. Just to give it a little bit of color. I didn't like the original color. And every time you expand, it goes to the default color on that little expansion section. But we have no bank loans, which is great. We can check our bills, and we do have bills. If you don't pay your bills, they'll auto pay when they're due, which I think is on day 4. But I just pay them every day, keep it clean. That way I know how much money I have. Right now I'm going for my next license, which are those books I mentioned. And so we're trying to get up to this 22,000, which means we're going to need 22,000, and then we're going to need probably about an extra 5 to 7,000 just to make sure that once you buy it, you have enough money to restock your store. But yeah, so customizations. I changed the store name. We are GTFO Bodega. I changed the position, and I did change the design of the entrance, which was a nice little thing. We'll show you something a little later that I hope the developer adds, but that'll have to be after the sunsets. So for right now, we are ready to start our day. And it generally takes about 2 hours for people to like file in and make their first purchases. But in that time, if you haven't seen this game, like it's closed to this little area here as far as the game is concerned. However, you can walk around these 2 blocks, and over here is a lovely park, which when I'm waiting for stuff to do, I like to just jaunt over to, touch some grass, get some fresh air. And I don't know if they're gonna allow you to open a second store somewhere, which is why they made this map so big. But it is fun, you know, they add a little bit of character, they have the cars going around. And now we have our customers. I will tell you, and I'll show you here how these people check out. So their animation is so short between their product and the bag that the self-checkout is so much faster than the actual cashiers. And it's just because of the animation between when they get the item and how long it takes them to put it in the bag. I really, really wish that there's going to be a way to pay these guys more to make them faster. Or, you know, maybe just have them have different traits when you hire them. But the restockers, I would love to have them a little bit more speedy. So generally in my store, I am usually running around 8,000 to 9,000 profit per day, and then it's, you know, costing me around 4 to 5 to restock. So maybe in, you know, 5-6 days I will have enough money to get that extra license. And after that, I think stuff goes pretty crazy. I know I don't have the levels required for some of the new stuff. Yeah, you got to be 81 for these, and then 90 for this final, which yeah, just got 71. But we'll be able to get this, and then some more cleaner, and then looking forward to having the pet setter, obviously, since Snowshoe is a cat. Everything seems to be going well. I just kind of owl perch up here and see if anybody has any complaints about pricing. If you are playing this game, you know, some people may try and min-max to get the most profit with like the least complaints. I don't. My thing is very easy. Market price, round it up to the next quarter. When I was first starting and you have to do your own checkout, having to do like the weird rounding numbers if you're doing just market price or if you're doing market price 10%, was just annoying, and you can't make everything yeah, so even this one's 23 cents off and people do complain about it, but it's such a small profit that I leave it. It's fine. I'm gonna have one person complaining that it's an expensive item for the day. But yeah, when you have to do your own checkout, having to do like odd change combinations, it's just a little annoying. So it's quality of life for myself. Just do it to the quarter. You can't do it to the dollar unless you always round down, because like this 808, if I make that $9, they're not going to buy it. They're going to complain. And every purchase will give you +5 store points. But if there's a price complaint about something being too expensive, you lose 1 automatically for every item. You also lose it if something's out of stock. So right now we have the 4 restockers, which is the most you can have. And for playing this game as long as I have, I cannot figure out what their programming is. Like, this shelf is empty, but they're just gonna be doing other stuff. And if I come over, I definitely have product. So An empty shelf is not like a priority for them. They do go through everything for the day. I have noticed that. Also, I did move the checkouts over here because I thought it was a little nicer to have the restocks if they have empty boxes. They come out here through the little back door. They're not going through the front door as much. See, this guy just did because he did something over here, and that's just closest pathing. Oh, it's dark outside. So, one thing that I would love to have, developer, you're never going to see this, you're never going to hear about this, but some lights. I would love to be able to put in some lights, you know, over in this area, illuminating the trash can a little bit. You have your street lights, they're just, you know, not in front of the store, but just even if we have to purchase them in the furniture section, that would be awesome. I would also love it if my sign lit. But, you know, still, this game's early access, and it's a lot of fun. It scratches a very specific itch for myself, because back in the way ago, I worked at a grocery store. And that was before university, so... you know, I have my little OCD about where everything needs to go and how everything needs to be. And I am out of this detergent, but I still have one on the shelf. So the store does close at 9 o'clock, and you can just tell everybody to go home, but you won't get the money for it. So I always let them shop, because your cashiers are paid per day, not per hour. So you're not paying overtime. And your electricity bill for the store, from what I've been able to tell, is solely based on how many electrical items you have in the store, not how long you use them. So I always turn my lights on immediately, because I like to be able to see everything. But if you just use your daylight and you turn it on at like 4 o'clock when it gets kind of late, you're not going to see any change in your electric bill that I've been able to determine. Also, these windows are like blacked out, and that's just from the game. That's nothing that I had a choice about. I know that I don't want to be able to like see into it, but when these lights are off, even during the day, it is very dark, and I cannot see any of my product. Though the restockers do a very good job, but it's not costing me any money. Might as well go for it. So we're going to do our little store check, and it looks like those two are the last. But yeah, just that little animation for checkout makes the self-checkouts so much faster. It's great. And now we are done for the day. So I don't have to, but I'm going to close the store just because it makes me feel better. I know that the developer wants to add in some animations, I guess, for the doors like opening and closing when people come in and out. But during the day, there's so many customers. I mean, we're getting like 80 to 90 customers a day. I just don't feel like it's gonna be closed very often anyway. So hopefully it doesn't cause any issues with the game. And then, because the restockers are not as efficient as I would like, I help them out. And my favorite sections are candy. I love that little swooshing sound that the product makes. It's so satisfying. Now, one thing you do have to be careful of is throwing away your product, because there is no confirmation if your box has product in it. So if you accidentally, you know, you just have a little brain fart and you walk up to the trash can and throw something away with a whole box of product, it will gladly accept it and you do not get it back. So, like, I'll just show you. This one candy bar, poof. All right, lost it, gone. No confirmation. Hey, there's product in this. Do you want to throw it away? That would be a lovely quality of life thing for people like myself when I am mindlessly playing a game and just out of habit walk up to that and throw something away that had product in it. But, you know, that's just me. But maybe it's not. Maybe you also. All right, so we do candy. I also like to do the juices and water and milk. So we will go over and grab our water. We have our cheap water. And we are out of our fancy blue water. Well, fancy blue water is what I call it, just because darker blue bottle, like I'm sure many of you are familiar with. Oops. Oh, more milk. Oh, love it. Full shelf, empty box. So satisfying. Alright, let's start on some sodas. One thing I was super concerned with when I first started, because I just, wasn't sure how the game worked and how everything operated, was everything doesn't have to be completely full. So if I'm just, helping them out and putting some stuff on the shelf, if there's like 1 or 2 items, I don't go back and get another box. It's just a waste of time. And they are always going to be there the next day. Alright, we got that. Let's get our juices. We have some OJ, which is good, and the apple juice I am out of, which we're going to have to order. Pay no attention to that because that was an ordering mistake that has now been rectified. And I think this was also. So one of the options that you have when you're buying your furniture back here is to do 5 high or 4 high. I always did the 5 high because it made the most sense as far as like your product storage to square foot goes. But it can get kind of annoying when you're placing products because you have to be like just in the right area to be able to grab it. Especially if it's like, see, there's that just the little sliver that's available. But you get used to it as you play, so. And these guys are going, so check out my next spot that I like to help out with, which is the alcohol. Go there. Get the brewskis. And I know that the developer wants to do something with like promotional items where like maybe for a week or something you'll have like a sale, so you just kind of like want like a dedicated rack where you can like exchange things, put them on and off as needed to get your sale items out in front, which is a smart idea because I'm sure all of your grocery stores do the exact same thing. We're out of whiskey, but we do have some wine. Out of kegs. Okay. Check our beers. Beers are full. Yeah, we can do ales because they're still doing their job. is good. Don't think we have any kegs available. Nope. Alright, so we did make a nice little chunk of change. However, most of that is going to be going away because we have to resupply. So even though they're in the middle of restocking, we can start our next day and they'll just continue where they were. So yeah, income right around the 9,000 mark where I thought we'd be. The not found, probably those dish tablets. And then the product's expensive. There was definitely the one lady with the yogurt and then someone else that I missed. Shortchanging, you can do that if you're your own cashier. But if you hire cashiers, that does not happen. So you don't lose any points for that. But when you are cashiering yourself, make sure that you're doing the correct change. So we are going to start the next day. There on the right hand side, you get your list of price changes. Today it's the scallop. Can be up to 4 items. And they can go up or down, but today is just the scallop, which we keep here. And it has gone over that quarter mark, so we're going to raise that. All right. So, I know we got some stocking to do, and we're going to start ordering. This bit is a bit tedious, but hopefully it will go pretty fast with the organization that I have set up. So, we're going to go flour, pasta, susu, cheese, and coffee. Two of everything as needed, and then while I order the next stuff, they'll start restocking. Milk, PB, flour, and oil. Now, when you do your ordering, so it's like $2 per item. So if you do a full order, which you can only do 10 items. So here it's 4 items, 2 units is 8 items. We could do 2 more items and it'll just charge shipping for $10. But you don't lose anything or gain anything by condensing your orders. So I just do it for convenience. Apple juice, cake, and chocolate. So bleach, this is a very large item, so it only holds 1 box, which is why I have it over here also. So we're going to do bleach, shampoo, cheese, and honey. I'm going to be honest, when I first started doing all this, I literally had to have like a pen and paper out to try and keep track of all of this. And it's kind of ridiculous, like the more you play, how much you'll just remember your layout and what you need. At this point, it's like having a second job coming to play this, but it's still enjoyable. So we're at cheese and cereal. Or, sorry, sugar and cereal. If there are items on the shelf, like this chicken that should be on the bulk shelf, I'll do that whole area last. Cheese, water, eggs, pasta, and sushi. Cheese, water, eggs, pasta, and sushi. Your meats, your sushi, your frozen food like meat items and your alcohol are going to be your um, highest cost items per unit. But they also should bring you the most profit. It just hurts when you have to replace like all of your alcohol because it's a couple of $1,000s. And then we come over here. We need some hot sauce, some mayo, kegs, and chips. And because I've done my expansions, if I accidentally order something extra, they'll just throw it over here, which is fine, but I really want to, keep a tight ship because I'm trying to make money. So here we have flour, rice, bleach, again one of those large items, so I have another spot for it over here. Flour, rice, bleach, those dish tabs. Because they're empty, I'm going to order 4 of those because I know that they need them on the shelf. So that'll take up my 10 item max, even though I need soap. And so I'll show you that. We're going to do our flour, our rice, our bleach, and then our 4 units. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you can see if I try to order anything more. Nope, max up there. So just 10 per shipment. And then I can get my soap. And we can see how productive these guys have been. They've been pretty good. Just a small little amount out there. When I have to do an extremely large order, I can walk out there and there'll just be just boxes everywhere bleeding into the street. So we need our ham, our lasagna, chicken, coffee. And now our big items. Beer keg, vodka, whiskey, cheese. Oh, that hurts. There goes all of my profit. And some penne. Is it penne or rigate? Can't remember. And sugar. Oh, it is penne. Take a glance over here, and we are out of all 4. So these laundry tabs, just a ripoff of Cascade and Snuggle, and the laundry detergent are also large items, so they have a second shelf up here for the bulk section. But we'll get some of all of them. And now we're going to go out and help our bros, because we are not a manager that lies around and does nothing. Only most of the time, but I want to get my store in order. Oh, see, yeah, just because I wasn't exactly in the right area, it opens it instead of putting it on the shelf. One thing that I really wish, I don't wish, I hope that the developer is going to put in is being able to lock these tags, because if there's a 0 item and then you accidentally put something in its place, it just overwrites it. And I don't want to do that. I like the way that my shelves are set up currently. So, one accidental click, and, like I'll rewrite this to be cheese, and then they don't know where to put the pasta, and then they end up putting it over here in an empty spot. Which is fine. It only takes a little bit. Oh, yeah. So there's 12 per shelf. I wasn't paying attention, and I ordered 4. but the shelf only holds 12. So there's an extra box, and they just threw it up here. Because it's like, I guess, the next available like area that's available for them to use. So now that they're done sorting, I'm going to go through and just do my little type A check. I know I have to order the bulk. I want to make sure that I have at least some of everything for daily operations. All right. Chicken, bleach, potato, and some TP. Some chicken, potato, bleach, and then what is it? 2 green and 3 purple. 2 green, 3 purple. Pay our bills. And now we're at 5,000. Creeping ever so closely to our 22, well, 27 realistically, so that we have money to restock goal. So, do they do an okay job? Yeah, they do an okay job. Are they slow? Yeah. Do they not fill your shelves completely? Also, yeah. Like, here, I know that I have some flour back there. I know that I have a rice back there. I don't know if they have a threshold, like 70% or maybe even 80%, but... so what is that? That's 21 out of 24. So yeah, just under. So it must be below 80% or right around it. But we're good to go for another day. All right, so let's open up, start another day, and while we're waiting for the initial rush of customers, go take a little walk around the block. So we went to the park last time, we can go around this way this time, just to see how large this area is. One fun thing that I did figure out is that some of these trees you can climb. But I haven't been able to get on any canopies or fire escapes. They're there for looks. I don't think they have any physics attached. So this area, I believe, is the back of our store. The red brick building. Not sure why there's this little like in courtyard area, but I also don't know because there's some more expansions I can do, and I think there's more than 4. Yeah, we should go check that. Storage. Oh, no. So, yeah, there's still a whole lot of growth that I can do. That's very expensive, and I don't make that much money. I don't know how many hours you'd have to play, or how like tuned into your min-maxing on your profit would have to be in order to get that stuff, other than just like having fun and playing for days at a time, which I wish I could do, but I do have a regular job. I should say a non-YouTube job, which takes up a lot of my time. So this is just a hobby on the side for fun, but I'd like to do more of it because I love playing video games, and if I'm going to play them and people are going to watch, then why not? Why not have both of us have a good time? So we're just going to take our little Overwatch perch, see if anybody has any comments. One thing about comments is that they hover over their head and they go away very quickly. So as soon as you see them, you have to run over, be able to read them. Because during your end of day balance sheet, excuse me, it'll only tell you that there were complaints. It won't tell you what they were. So you gotta kind of catch them in the moment. And during the beginning of the game, it's very difficult because you are probably cashiering yourself, which is why I always liked this position, so that when I'm at it, I can see into the store while I'm checking people out and hopefully catch. But once you expand enough and you get these aisles in the way, it just becomes impossible. So now you're just at a put out the fire management kind of position. You can hear that delay in the beeping. That's the difference between how fast they're doing it and how slow they go. Ooh, little snag there. And that's just because of the animation. But hey, that's okay. Supermarket Simulator. It's a very enjoyable game. And it is very reasonably priced. I think it was like $12.99 on the Steam store. And, you know, you can get a lot of hours of enjoyment out of it. I do like the reflection they have in the glass. You can see that it's my products that are reflecting. It's not just like some random reflection of, you know, something that was pre-done before the game released. Alright, couple more hours. So we'll pay attention up into the upper right on the time. Once we hit 9 o'clock, we're going to see how much extra sales we get. I'm going to guess about 1,000. It's usually about where it lands, but we'll see. Right now, we'll just take a little stroll around and make sure that we're not out of anything completely. It's looking pretty good. Oh, almost out of coffee. Which means I probably don't have any in the back. And that is over here. Nope. All right, 9,700, 9 o'clock. Let's see how far it goes up. Excuse me. Alright. Hurry up, peeps. GTFO Bodega for a reason. Have you ever been the last person at a supermarket? It's super scary. Like the manager on duty or somebody will like just follow you around. Be like, all right, you are no longer able to go back. I hope you have all of your purchases. All right, 97 to 12.2. Is that 2,500? Why would you close at 9 o'clock when you can just let everybody do their stuff? Get the extra money. You're not losing anything except for product, but you're making profit, so you're supposed to. All right, let's help out the boys. Oh, I hate having one thing left in the box. I don't know why that's such a pet peeve. I would rather have one short on the shelf than have one left over in the box. See? Oh, so satisfying. Way better. Way better. Ugh! And see? That was just me being dumb. And I threw away the last box, and I went to go throw away this box. I just threw away all that chocolate. There was no confirmation of, hey, you're being ridiculous. Are you sure you want to continue to do this? Ugh, that's my own fault, and I know that, but it still hurts. I also think, well, now that I'm just like thinking out loud with y'all, it might be nice. Oh, again, I love it. Might be kind of satisfying if you could like assign areas to these guys, so that like this guy is not like walking over there and then walking here and then walking back over there, and just, you know, give them little sections to take care of on their own. I don't know if that'll oh, out of water. If that would help with the speed. Maybe not, because maybe one guy will get inundated and then the others won't know to help. But hey, that's why I'm not a game developer. I'm just a game player. Because it's fun to play games, and it's easy to critique, but there's no way I can do this. Let's get some cola. Again. Oh, so satisfying. Gotta love it. Empty that box perfectly. Alright, well, we don't need that. We don't need any of the generic DP. Juices are good. So let's move over to the alcohol section. Get the 6-packs going. Oh. Slacking on my job. Homeboy's already got it. Already started. Well, I had a whiskey. kegs were probably out. Oh, no, we're not. Oh, we have one over there. Always use the box that you have the least of. Standard rotation policy. And then use your full box. All right. We got one blue. Don't need. All right, let's check the beers. Couple. Ooh, loggers got hit. And a couple. All right, do them all. That's not gonna be enough. All right, that one's not just a couple, so I'm gonna go ahead and restock it. And get the last one. Okay, looking pretty good. How's our dishwasher? Our tabs? Oh, still. All right. Well, can't rectify that mistake yet. Can't put these. Well, I'll go check the shelf first. Over on the shelf. Toilet paper keg. I do not know why. Allergies have been so bad. Just been coughing like crazy. That's a fine, that's a fine. Oh, we got toilet paper good, and toilet paper not good. Put that there. Alright, you guys taking a break? Yeah, you are. Still got somebody? Yeah, that's fine. Alright. At the end of the day, one product not found. Again, don't know what it was. One product found expensive. Don't know what it was. Yeah, 90 customers. That's pretty good. Income lower than the previous day. But we are still up. And now we have vodka and pasta. So I am going to get the lights on. We're going to do the price changes on... Oof. Less than $2 on that now. Alright. Vodka. We don't know which one because I don't pay attention. That one's fine. So this one. No, that one's fine also. Yeah, so whichever one it wasn't enough to justify me making a price change. So let's get the store back into shape. We'll do some ordering and then we'll end it there. Need some cereal, oil, vodka. Vodka? Need some cereal, oil, water, cheese, flour. Oil. Some rice, some milk, some pies, and cereal. bleach, some butter, some chicken. Fries, potatoes, coffee. Menu, fries, coffee, and 3 potatoes for our backstock. Get a little fancy with our preemptive ordering. That's hot sauce. That's ketchup. So ketchup, beer, and hummus. Beer, hummus. Well, hummus is pretty underrated, but I have to be perfectly honest. As far as like a little dip goes, the what's it called? Like the veggie Philadelphia cream cheese. Oh, that is so good. I love that. Put that on a flip flop and eat it, as a guy would say. Get some chips, flour, some mashed potatoes, some sandwiches, sandwich bread, and sugar. Some chips, flour, mashed. Nope. Yep. Sugar, sandwich bread. Yeah, we'll see if I had a brain fart there or not. Bleach. Bleach is there, so I'm gonna need 2 of those. I can do my due diligence and go and look and see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So like they're gonna use up 1 box, just restocking the bulk item. So throw another one there. That's gonna be all for that. I just noticed something I need to check. Alright, we need some ham, some chicken, and some greens. Some ham, some chicken, and some greens. Okay, I don't know how shipping works. I thought that would be $6, now it's $4. So, ignore what I said earlier, but it's such a small amount, it doesn't matter anyway. Just order what you want when you want. $1's not going to hurt you. Not in this game. So we need some frozen potatoes, some frozen veggies. So taters, veggies, whiskey, and rice. And some cleaner on this side. Scroll all the way back up. Saves your spot if you back out. It's like a 50-50. Sometimes I wish it would just auto go to the top, and sometimes I wish it would keep your spot, but at least when you back out, it keeps your screen, which I like that detail. Very nice touch. How far are we out? Oh, we're good. Those guys have been moving. All right, let's get our bulk section done. So we need What is this? This cleaner. Dish, 3 purple and a green. And keg. Good. One of each keg. I don't know if I said this before, but you can always come in here and see where your prices have changed if you forget. But I think I mentioned it just in case. So in the morning we knew it was vodka. We didn't know which vodka, but we just ran over, checked them both, and it was this one. Alright, so let's check. And we have product. We have product. We have product. We have product. We should have product. Yes. Alright. Well, thank you everyone for watching. I appreciate you spending some time with me. Again, I'm Snowshoe. This is my first YouTube video, so leave a comment and let me know what else you'd like me to play. Generally not into like FPSs. I like, Sims and RPGs. I would love it if they would, do the PC version for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Waiting for that. But in the meantime, might do a couple more of these videos just to, kind of get my groove and my schedule down. Thinking about maybe doing a Stardew Valley play. That might be a little like chill, fun one to do. But yeah. So if you liked it, I hope you subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know what kind of games you would like to see in the future. And I will see you in the next video.